Today on the Mike O'Mara Show.
I had the worst night of sleep. Maybe because of the new schedule too. I had the worst night, and
Were
then
you
I got
nervous?
No, I just
Big
didn't.
stage.
I was. I asked my wife, "You think he can handle it?" So, using the power of the internet, a quick little review of what we had.
Did you Google
and
the birds and the bees?
No, Bang Brothers.
Yeah.
I Googled when's the best time to have that, and it dovetailed into
Bang Brothers.
what to. Oh, stop it!
It was just a joke.
Really?
Pony
That's
said.
Not appropriate. Did Pony say? No, you
No,
said
Rob
that.
said it.
No, they're not even brothers.
All right, stop it, you two. Jeez, you twisted Fs. Oscar said somebody hit the mirror and brushed by the side of the car overnight.
And someone stole the catalytic converter.
That's not
Someone,
true.
are you f***ing me?
Oh, no.
All that and more. The Mike O'Mara Show starts now. Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment. You can listen to the Mike O'Mara Show at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Let's get started.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show with Mike O'Mara, Oscar Santana, and Rob Spiewak. Now, here's Mike.
Welcome to the Mike O'Mara Show. Enjoying our second decade of the show. It's become a daily routine for thousands of listeners in great places like Daegu, South Korea. Does that sound right to you, or did I mess it up?
I think that's right. Daegu.
Landstuhl, Germany, Mongo, Chad, Kinderjikut, the Netherlands, Ashdod, Israel, and Scotland, Maryland.
These are new cities.
Okay, very good. The Mike O'Mara Show is on right now. We're in our new taping schedule, which means, it's always an adventure every day.
I can't help
gotta
if I got an accident. What the hell?
You got in an
Or was
accident?
it vandals?
Well, somebody hit me.
Well, that's vandals, probably.
It's an accident, right?
Yeah, it's a collision.
Can't help that. You're late
No.
every afternoon. We sit here and rot with you. The first time I'm late on a Monday morning or Tuesday
What did he say?
morning.
What did he say?
we're good.
What?
He said you're
Every
late.
afternoon we what with me?
We rot.
What do you mean
And
we
wait.
rot?
We wait for you.
Oh, see?
Yeah.
But that's what it is. I said to Rob that I don't care what the reason is because it's going to be every day now. For
Yeah, but we don't
months.
make a big deal when you're late.
I do when you're late because I hate to wait. I guess you can handle it. But
No,
obviously,
I know you're the
you
captain.
can't.
You're the
Obviously,
captain.
you can't. Yeah, right. Yeah, the captain.
You're
The captain.
You
Come
ever
on
hear me
board.
bitching about it?
Come on
Do you
on
ever hear me
board.
bitching about it?
No,
Ever.
you don't. You don't,
I don't.
actually.
I
He
never
doesn't
bitch about it.
He doesn't
Ever.
bitch. But
All right, I'll give you that, but he's bitching now, isn't he?
Well,
he's
yeah, if you're
bitching
he
now
came in
because he
claws
just
out.
said
Claws
rot.
out. Yeah. He did.
All right, man, I can't wait. Can't wait to do the 9 o'clock. I've been really looking forward to the 9. Can't
My
wait till we start with 9
car had a
o'clock.
hit and run. What do you want me to do? Forget about it?
Well, tell us all about it. Tell us
Okay.
all about it.
Well, look, you live in the city. There are hazards. They tell you not to buy a nice car.
Were you at fault?
No, I walked out to that vehicle that way.
It was parked.
It was parked.
Mm-hmm.
It was parked, and the side was smashed, and the side was swiped.
So at 9:01, you found the damage done to your vehicle.
No, at 45?
That's a joke. That's a
15
joke.
minutes
Rob,
out?
Rob, that was for you.
I was laughing.
That was for you.
He was.
So
Well,
at
because I called
9:10,
insurance first, and I said, hey, what do I do about this? They're like, well, your deductible will take care of this. I have a $500 deductible. I was like, well, this has got to be cheaper than that.
Right.
So then I called a Volvo, and Volvo said it's going to be $1,700.
We would recommend what we call Volvo leather.
it's a very thick vinyl.
Very thick.
So somebody knocked off your side view
no,
mirror.
it's
Shattered
shattered.
the mirror and scratched the side of the car up. The side of the car I'm not as concerned with because it's not like what happened to Rob when he ran into a pillar. It's more like paint.
Yeah.
But
So when you walked out to your car
yes,
this morning,
I loaded
The
the dog up.
okay, and the first thing you see is this damage. You immediately see this damage.
I'm guessing you saw it after you got in the car.
I got in the car ready to drive away,
Because
and I
it's
see the
passenger
shattered
side.
mirror on the passenger
yeah.
side.
How bad is the damage?
Well, this is all relative because this is where they get you.
No
You
lives
said
were,
$1,700
no lives
before.
were lost.
He said if it's the mirror
So
housing.
at 5 after 9, you go out to your car.
No, it was 15 after 9.
Okay.
15.
Just shy of
and-
10 a.m.
And I usually don't drive, as you know, I scoot
Yeah.
or I bike.
Yeah, you take the electric e-bike,
or-
one of our
or
fine
walk. Yes.
sponsors.
Right.
Yes.
But it's not a very good morning.
You have a cup of trade coffee. You get out of your sleep number bed and you
my
hop on
God.
your electric e-bike.
So great. What a life.
Blazes up some dad grass and he's on his way.
Yeah, one
he's
drop of
ready to
that and I
go.
roll. I do the CBD,
So
the
at
non.
9:20. No, it's I'm sorry, it's not even
9:30.
9:20. Yes.
I get in the car. I'm like, Santos, what did you do? And he's like, and
He's at the stage now where he talks to his dog. It's cute.
I say, you sit here, and I go and survey the scene. I take a video of it for insurance. I call.
Wonderful video of a broken mirror.
And then,
when a picture won't do.
Well, I want to see where I'm parked. See, in the city, there's so many. I've had this happen in the past in the city. 5-6 years ago, and when they come out, they ask you, where were you parked? How far were you away from the curve? Like they're asking you all these questions, so I take a video of it.
Okay.
Just so I answer all the questions.
Okay.
I assume if you're in a driveway, you're like, this is where I was parked. This is the driveway. I don't need to explain a lot. But in the city,
right before we evacuated, I did a walk around the house with a video camera. I think it's a fabulous way to lock in what you have without having to worry about serial numbers. You just come in and you get you zoom in on it and you do it
Did you narrate it?
Of course you narrate it. Yeah. You're like,
did you
this
use
is a Samsung
Did you use
65.
a voice?
Yeah. I said, I used my 1950s announcer voice. This is a Samsung television. A beautiful widescreen, 65 inches diagonal.
Purchased in 2016.
Let me go to the independent source here.
Yes.
And I don't know how I feel about this. Because first of all, I was here and I didn't care. I don't really care. I worked with you too long.
Right.
Minor annoyance, but just more like naturally.
Here we go again.
Which was something.
This
and
guy.
Rob, I'm curious, when you got a text.
Yes.
And I didn't have my phone with me. My phone's outside. I decided not to bring it in the studio today. I've been getting too many robocalls during the show.
Right.
They distract me. So when you got the text this morning, I'm curious to think, what went through your mind? Did you
It
say,
was 8:48.
oh my, 8:48
that it arrived.
So when you got that text, was your feeling, oh boy, man, what a rough break or something, or was it du jour?
Yeah, my
How did you feel?
My thought was, this is why he's going to be late today. That was my initial
thought. Is that
thought.
a bad reason?
No, but it is a reason.
I didn't send it to you. I didn't send it to you at 9:00.
No, but you did send it at 8:48, and you're still parked in your driveway there.
That's not a driveway. I don't have a driveway. It's a street.
Well, okay, parked in your street. I know that's not our neighborhood.
Correct.
And at 8:48, you weren't in our neighborhood.
Did you drive the car to work?
Of course. It's the first time I've driven forever.
How'd it go?
Would you? Are you?
That's why
so
I
you
love
said,
electric scooters.
So how did you put it? You put it a very interesting way.
I said I love
did you put it?
living in the city.
No, and I'm talking to Rob. You said this is why he's going to be late.
This
today.
is the reason he's going to be late today.
Guys,
do you feel? No, let me just ask Rob, and then we'll get back to it.
He's not going to give you his own opinion. He's going to count
He just did.
No, I did.
He just did.
But again, like Mike, it's something that I sort of take as part of the fabric of the program. It's just what happens.
Yes.
I'm curious. What is your take on this?
You know what? I'm not surprised. As a matter of fact, it feels like we're back to when we started.
Like an old shoe.
Yeah, exactly. It's comforting.
Somewhat like when you left us in the lurch last night because you had to go to spaghetti dinner.
Yeah.
He left us.
Oh, it was spaghetti night? Yeah, it was. It was Monday.
Let's stay focused. Let's stay focused on
I
this.
can't cancel twice in a week.
My question is,
everyone wants something.
Because this does dredge up some of the old feelings.
Mm-hmm.
Which at some point, in a land long ago, far, far away, you and I used to really butt heads.
We used to
this.
butt heads until you became the biggest hypocrite of hypocrites when we first went to afternoons and you were late all the time.
Because I knew it didn't matter with you. You trained me how to be late.
Then I should be okay.
So my question is, though, Rob,
the
and
master,
because I'm
being
not taking the
taught
bullet,
by the
because he's ready. He is ready. He is ready to pounce on me.
Of course.
And I'm not. I'm trying to avoid the fire today.
Right.
All right. My question is, you said that's why he's going to be late today.
Yeah.
Do you believe that the damage on the car is legit?
Oh yeah.
Walk downstairs.
100%.
All right.
Please.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's right downstairs.
Do you believe that it happened overnight?
There's really no way to tell. But I do believe he discovered it at a time that if he discovered it a little earlier, he probably could have handled it and made it in here by 8:59.
It's 48. You get that text. I discovered a 45. That's 15 minutes to get to work. It's a mile.
Let me move over to Pony.
In these traffics,
Pony,
yes.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think there's a chance that this could be damage that occurred at some other time, but it was a wonderful idea to I don't think
there's only one way to find out the truth. Call my wife and blindly call her and ask her, is there something wrong with the car? And if she says
Why
yes,
are you talking to me? I believe you 100%.
No, I want no. You're planting a seed.
You're
no.
sounding a little like
Pony,
Phil Hartman there.
You call her right now. Call her on the phone. She's at PT. Call her on the cell and say, "Hey, is there anything wrong with the car?" And she'll say no.
Was she's at PT? Was she injured?
She left this morning. She left this morning.
Mike, she's actually.
Did you make her sleep in the car?
She had PT 8 o'clock. I have the dog, and I wasn't going to walk because it's rainy. So she took an Uber. She took an Uber to PT at 8. Yeah,
and that's
can I offer something else?
Is where she's
Pony, are you down or up?
Can I offer something else?
Please.
This is just a theory I have, and I'll throw this one at you, Rob. Rob, I think he'd be much more wound up. I know he's giving me a hard time, but that's his natural giving me a hard time. I think he'd be much more.
I don't think so.
If it happened overnight.
No, I don't know. I don't know. I think he's kind of himself.
There's so much more to work with and deal with.
Rob, you handle the call. I'm nervous.
Don't be nervous.
I don't want to be the guy.
Hello, this is Shannon.
Hey, Shannon, it's Rob Spiewak with the Mike O'Mara Show. You're on the air. How are you?
Great.
Hey, I've got a question.
Hi, Shannon.
Hi.
That's Mike O'Mara.
How's it going?
It's going great. Yes, hi. How are you?
Great.
We're having a discussion with your husband about the car.
What about the car?
You know your Volvo, right?
Yes.
Is there anything wrong with it?
What do you mean?
I mean exactly what I said.
What do you mean? What would be wrong with it? I don't know. Oscar drove it to work today. Oscar, what's wrong with it?
See?
Sing like a canary.
Like I did something wrong.
Oh, I thought she was going to confirm that there was damage on the car.
She hasn't seen it.
Oh,
she hasn't seen it.
Why?
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Oscar said somebody hit the mirror and brushed by the side of the car overnight.
Yeah. And someone stole the catalytic converter.
That's not true.
Are you me?
Oh, no.
Yeah, I called Progressive already. We're going to deal with it.
Oh, my God.
Did you talk to Flo?
Sons of bitches. Sorry, Tony.
All right. Well, enjoy. I hope everything goes well at PT.
Well, the only reason I didn't know, I'm back. I'm at work.
Oh, okay.
No, I didn't realize that.
All right.
Yeah.
Very good.
All right. You jerk. My appointment was at 8 a.m., all right? I do it before work. Okay.
Okay.
Yes, before work.
See,
yeah.
I know exactly what happened. This man is telling you guys that I don't care about anything that happens.
Hey, Shannon.
Free life.
Don't overthink it. Just have a
That's
great
fine.
day.
We were just confirming.
How's it going, Oscar?
What are you doing? This is crazy talk.
What are you guys confirming?
That the car was not damaged yesterday and that you don't know anything about this new damage.
Oh, yeah, no.
I thought it was the opposite. Others said, yes, we had a problem overnight.
Yeah.
But that's not what happened. All right. Hey, go back to your regular stuff. Thank you.
Thank you, Shannon.
God. You guys thought that I did this and hid it?
No, we thought Oscar was lying. I thought, all right, I'll take the bullet. Since no one's telling the truth here, I thought I thought he might be making the whole thing up because he was going to be late for work again on the first day of our regular schedule for the winter time.
Oh.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. And then he said, call my wife. And we call your wife and you don't know anything about anything. Instead of saying, yes, there was car damage. Yeah, that's that. Bye. All right. Thank you.
All right.
Did you just call my wife dumb?
No.
Who?
He just said she doesn't know anything about anything.
Well, no, he doesn't know anything about this.
That's not about it. That's you're blowing smoke again. All right, I'm done with this. I'm done. I
accept your
care.
apology.
She's gone.
All right.
Yes.
Did you apologize?
Why do you want Shannon to apologize?
Mike apologize for not believing me. For doubting me.
I bet I didn't. It was more like,
Bet you thought you could get rid of me, but you can't.
She's on a microphone.
Timing.
Sucker!
Now she's on a microphone.
We moved on, Peach.
Hey, Shannon. So here's the thing.
She's running away now.
Oh, she's running away?
Come back, Shannon. Come back, Shannon.
All right.
Shannon,
get her back
come
over
back.
here.
Yes. We have the mirror to discuss, right?
Shattered. Shannon?
Shannon's back.
Yeah, you thought you could hang up on me?
Shannon, let me ask you this. So the whole thing is, Oscar said he was going to be late today because there's a broken mirror on the car. Then I asked Rob, I said, what did you think when you heard that? And
Actually, point of order, Your Honor. He never said he was going to be late. He just sent a picture of the mirror and said, I love being in the city or love living in the city.
Because then I called.
And then I made the leap of saying,
insurance
this is
company.
why he's going to be late.
And then Rob said, that's why he'll be late today. And then I came in with outside of doing my show prep, because I was running late today too. And I come in to the studio 5 minutes before 9 a.m. and I'm talking to Rob and I'm thinking, what will be why will he be late today? Even though he's the one that wants this 9 a.m. start time, I said, what will be the reason he's late today? And sure enough, I look at Rob when I open up the video conference and I see Rob's there and Oscar's not. And I'm like, what is it today? I don't even, I mean, it's just a given.
Because you never got the text about the mirror.
So I said, where is he? And Rob says, he texted me a picture of a broken mirror. And I'm like, there it is today.
Yeah.
That's what I said. Even though it's, probably 100%. Well, it is legit. I'm not questioning that anymore.
Yeah, we just went through every avenue
Yeah.
to debunk me.
We did.
I get it. I understand sometimes he's late.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. All right. Have a wonderful day.
Thanks,
you
Peach.
too. You're welcome. Bye.
Bye.
And now she surrenders the headset.
I love her voice. I love her voice. And I did not say she was dumb. I said she didn't know anything about this. And I thought the way you set it up was that she was going to confirm that it was a broken mirror when, in fact, she doesn't know anything because there was no communication.
Yeah, I was trying.
Because when she got up for physical therapy, you were still Rip Van Winkle.
That's
sleeping.
Yeah.
That's a
I
sleeping
said
reference.
I need 5 more minutes.
Five
I had a
more
horrible-
minutes.
I had the worst night of sleep. Maybe because of the new schedule, too. I had the worst night. And
Were
then
you
I got
nervous?
No, I just
Big
didn't.
stage.
I was
You're a mess. Jesus Christ.
It's a big stage.
It is a big stage.
I was out of sorts. I don't know why. And then taking
Did you
my
watch
kid to
something
school.
wacky on TV last night to put you out of sorts? Did you eat anything weird?
Yeah, we watched something new. I don't want to talk about it. We talk enough about TV when we really want to.
Yeah.
And then I take my kid to school, and I've never seen anything remotely close. Welcome to Fairfax. Welcome to Route
Wow.
66. Welcome to coming from every direction. And when I pulled in the driveway, because my wife has a la day today, it's going on a big long bike ride.
No, it's self-care. Balance.
And it is. It's very nice. Thank you. And then
It was
and
lovely.
so I said to her when I got out of the car, I said, I made a lot of mistakes today. What I did with this newfound heavy traffic is I decide I'm going to take a right, then a left, then a right, left, and
You're
I
gonna beat it.
just
Yeah.
F it up. I mean, I F it up. And in the middle of the turn I did know, Michael starts saying he's nervous about his first Little League game because at the coaching session he had the other night, the guy got in his head. And I'm not happy about that, so I'm stressed. And then I get in the right lane. I have to make a U-turn. I had to make 3 U-turns today on the way to school.
It's like you're
my
going
wife would
nowhere.
tell you,
Yeah.
my wife would tell you, if you just dealt with the traffic and stayed on the main drag, you would be okay. And she is 1,000% correct.
Well, yeah,
about that.
but you proved it. And today, you know what? You'll always doubt it if you don't try it at least once. And at least now
well,
you know it's
the
a failure.
route. I know the route. It was just I took a side road, and if I'd taken a left at the end of the side road instead of a right, I would have been spot on. It was right there.
Yeah.
But I was an idiot, and I took a right, and that messed the whole thing up. And then, oh my God, it was the combination that we face down here in major cities around. I'm talking about major cities. You get people that are, especially tip of the hat to the Massachusetts driver in Boston, that fly around with reckless abandon.
Oh, the
but they
level
do
of confidence like they're all Tom Brady.
It's not a yellow light. It's 6
Yeah.
seconds, 6 seconds after a yellow light. Okay,
Yeah.
then you can go
Nobody
through.
moved.
Down here, you have Fern, who's going for her, her wellness check.
Is she in from
as a
Indiana?
road.
Is Fern in from Indiana?
I don't know, but you combine them with I would say years, months at least, rebuilding effort that has to go in massive sections of where we are down here, and you've got a traffic world that I've never quite seen. So my stress level was a little elevated, but the moral of the story is if you got really balls to the wall traffic and you're thinking you're going to do those secret routes, make sure that you don't get burned, because your secret routes are actually going to make you go slower than regular.
I know it's a short drive, but do you use Waze? Because Waze is pretty good about side roads.
Today I didn't, because I only used it at the last minute, and I'd taken a right instead of a left because I'm a moron.
As a rule, sometimes even counterintuitively, Waze is the way the So
I love it. Oscar told me about it, 10 years ago?
When we were on the road trip to Florida.
What?
Yeah.
I'm like, Waze.
I wouldn't use anything else.
Yeah, it's
that
the greatest.
little red strip that shows you when traffic is backed up. It was great. It was
I remember
fantastic.
we were in a car together. We were on our way to Florida. It was a Suburban, I guess, or a Tahoe, maybe a Suburban. And Oscar introduced us to Waze and also an app where you pop bubbles. And the Bubble app I'm done with it.
Was it Bubble Pop?
It might have been.
Mike.
I don't think they do that anymore.
No, but Waze is good.
The show Top Gear America that Adam Ferrara was on. They actually had an episode where they were racing each other from LAX to Santa Monica, and one guy was just running with traffic, the pace of traffic, and the other cast member was zigging and zagging in and out, trying to. And the guy who was just going with the flow got there faster.
You just eat it.
Yeah.
You eat it.
Yeah.
You deal with it. You wait and stuff, and that's it for forever. And by the way, if I go that route, it is the fastest point A to point B.
Sure.
And that's the way I will deal with it from now on. Now, I want to change subjects because there's something very important that I'd like to share with you. Last night, down here in West South Florida and the state of Florida, the entire state, there was the gubernatorial debate.
Yes.
Between Charlie Crist and Ron DeSantis.
Charlie.
Hello.
No, not him.
So, good debate. Couldn't have any more different candidates. They were toe-to-toe, and I thought both of them did a good job of explaining their positions, but I totally disagree with so many positions of the current governor. And the one thing also, he didn't make any eye contact whatsoever with Charlie Crist, which I found a little scary, where he looked straight ahead. But that's not the point. The point is, one of the big debates down here, like so many states around the country, after the Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade, is the abortion issue. Now, Michael came into the debate early on and was watching it because, God love him, he's interested and he's curious at 9 years old. And then, as he was sitting next to his mom, we let him stay up a little bit late to watch this debate, and they dovetailed into the debate over abortion. And to make a long story short, one thing led to another. He asked the question about, what is that, Dad? And at this point, as I'm trying to explain it, it's a very difficult thing to explain to a kid.
Mm-hmm.
It really is, because it's not a pretty thing to talk about.
Not at all.
At all. And so I said, if he's asking this question after he goes in to take his shower, and he takes a shower at night, I'm going to Google when's the best time to have the talk. And there were a variety of answers as to when you talk about the birds and the bees with your son. Mm-hmm. But let's say the average was about 10.
Okay.
My son is a mature 9. And I said, you know what? I asked my wife, you think he can handle it? So, using the power of the internet, a quick little review of what we had.
Did you Google
and
the birds and the bees?
No, Bang Brothers.
I Googled when's the best time to have that, and it dovetailed into what to. Oh, stop it!
It was just a joke.
Really,
Pony
that's
said.
not appropriate. Did Pony say? No, you said
Rob
that.
said it.
No, they're not even brothers.
All right, stop it, you two. Jeez, you twisted F's. But anyway, I dovetailed into what you say, how you talk about it. And one of the things they say is be honest.
Yeah.
Even be honest if you're nervous talking about it. And so we have our little routine where during the weekdays, I put him down at night, and on the weekends, Carla does. And I go in, and we have kind of a something my daughter used to call talk about a day, where we just talk. We just talk before he goes to bed. So I'm lying in there, and I said, one of the first things they said is ask him if he's interested. I said, would you like to, I said, are you interested to know about where babies come from? And he said, yeah, with a tiny little smirk on his face. And
did you read the smirk as saying that he already knows a little bit more than you thought he did?
I thought maybe, and I'm not going to go into the real nitty-gritty details here. I know there are people out there, well, that's the whole point, is going into the details. Yeah. But he had a thought about, the bag and that's where the babies are. It was something weird. It was not correct.
Did he know that wombs don't age?
No, he doesn't know that. We never got to that point.
You can get him one of our TMOS Wombs Don't Age t-shirts.
And, of course, out in the hallway, with ears, pressed up against the conversation, Mrs. O'Mara was really grating me. So the pressure was on. And I didn't do this with either one of my daughters.
Did you hear peals of laughter from the hallway?
No, I didn't have to hear peals of laughter from the hallway, Rob, because the peals of laughter came from my son.
Oh, well, that's promising.
Yeah, because he's 9, right?
Yeah, so he's 9. Yeah. And when the peals of laughter came from him, I had maybe I'm not a mature individual. I did not have the self-control not to crack the F up myself, because it was just too funny. When I got to the part about the thing gets hard, the giggling started, and what? Now, why are you going like that? You're the one that
because how that's his body works.
What?
Don't kids know how their body works?
Well, they know how their body, but I wasn't told.
It's not even proper English.
I wasn't told.
They should know how their body works.
Wasn't told.
Okay, Mike, I called you a dozen times, and you wouldn't listen.
I remember when I discovered that, that special moment happens, that I was like, oh, something must be wrong with me.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's the truth.
I feel like this is going to be so. I don't. You know what? Fine, I'll just say it. You remember that I had an anteater till I was 12, and I had that surgery then, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So early on, my dad was warning me. He's like, "We're gonna have to trim this thing soon."
Why did they wait?
I think because
we've had this discussion
in Latin America, like you just.
Well, Mike, it isn't cheap, and they have to save up.
Yeah, they don't. It's all cash, no copays. Yeah. So in Latin America,
that's why at Halloween he carried a box for donations. He wouldn't accept candy, just your spare change.
I get it.
So
I get it.
But growing up, he'd be like, we're gonna have to have surgery soon on this, and he'd like talk openly, probably because he's a doctor, with my mom.
Yeah.
So the foreskin was a common topic for old Fantan as a kid.
Right.
So I'd be like, hey, you don't have to do anything. It's fine. Don't, like, it's not weird.
It works.
It works. And he would say, no, when you get older, things will happen. And then, it's probably not, it's a healthier option.
How old were you? 12?
12.
Did you know about the birds and the bees at this point?
Yes, at a high degree, because my parents would talk about sex with my sister and brother.
And there was that painting in the bedroom.
And also they showed my sister and brother how to put a condom on when they were like 16. So I was 9.
So you were
at the
there.
Dinner table. Like, this is how you use like safe sex. And
you were there.
I was there.
Okay.
And I was giggling like Michael would. I was like, that's a condom on a banana.
And it is a giggle.
Thank God it was a banana.
Oh.
Anybody that has children knows it's a giggle that is impossible not to.
You're right.
Find contagious.
Infectious.
When did you talk to?
I seem to think I was probably about.
Aren't you going to preface it by your standard line about growing up?
Well, I come from a broken home.
Who told you?
My dad.
Well, how old were you?
He came back. I was, sophomore in college.
21.
See, he took the obvious line. See what he did there? He took the obvious line and he redid it. That's good stuff.
Yesterday,
That's
murdered
crafted
me.
right there. That made me laugh, and I knew the line was coming.
He murdered me off. What did you say yesterday? Well, you murdered me. I was laughing forever.
It was great.
Off air.
Oscar got a new piece of equipment, and I love when Oscar gets a new piece of equipment here.
I'm building a cabinet.
Because he's going down, he's building a cabinet, but he's got that energy of a kid on Christmas morning. He's literally on his hands and knees,
right.
And all
building
the parts are spread out.
A rack system.
And I come in and I said, hey, it looks like you on Christmas morning. And we were talking about, stuff for Christmas. I said, I remember one Christmas, and this is true, my dad, at the time it was Santa Claus, but my dad set up a slot car track around the tree. So when I got up, there were slot cars set up around the tree, and it was really awesome. I said to Oscar, it was one of the best Christmases ever. And then he left.
Oh, God.
No, I think, but the answer you're looking for is, I think, probably 10 or 11. And it was,
it
was a car ride. He took me on a car ride, and we talked all about it. Yeah.
Gave him all the, detail about what goes into what comes out of what. And I said, you got it. That's
I know,
the way.
And Mike, I'm giggling the way he giggled. I'm sorry.
I used the New Jack City. I used that word, the medical word.
Sure.
I used that.
Film.
I used the badge word.
Sure. You got to use the real
brief.
words. Yeah.
It was brief, and I used a little description.
Your visual aid.
A little bit. And then, with the giggling, and this morning as I was driving him to school, I said, did you think about what we discussed last night? I said, yeah. And with a little tone, I said, was it a little weird? Yeah. Because, and then I went, and then I came out, got the thumbs up from Mom, who had heard the whole thing. And then this morning, as I'm making my coffee, I said to my wife, I said, you know what? I'm a little sad because I feel like I took away a little innocence last night. And I did, but it's no big deal. And I thought it was successful. And,
this is
we
one.
moved
This is
on.
one of many. There's going to be a chapter of
to be continued was really the thing.
A high level of like, hey, we're going to have the consent conversation with him because that's important.
Yeah.
I used the respect word. I said, and above all, when it comes to women, it begins with an R, and he said, spect. I said, yes, respect.
Yes.
But it was born out of this discussion that everybody battles on about
it's so responsible as
the
a parent,
cultural divide of abortion rights.
To be a parent, to be proactive in that situation is a talk no one wants to have.
You also,
I applaud it.
The third, maybe we get to the fifth chapter of this conversation. You talk about dream killers and how to spot them.
Mm-hmm.
These
I am going to have
grenades.
I am going to hopefully prevent him from making mistakes I made when I didn't get a lot of direction.
Correct.
Because my father was raised by Jesuits and my mom was raised in a conservative Catholic upbringing. There wasn't a lot. I think my mom was probably more forthcoming with my sister than she was with me. And then my dad, it was that whole Catholic thing where nothing was discussed.
There's so much guilt and lovesick in your past, Mike, that you have to break that cycle with Michael. He's got to be stronger. He's got to walk away and not marry them.
And I also don't want him to be like one of those high-level lacrosse players either.
Correct.
Okay?
Yeah, correct.
I don't want that crap going down on my watch. And hopefully it'll be. And I'm glad. And once again, check off a box of something at my advanced age that has never occurred in my life. Yeah. And I was happy to do that. And I'm happy to do it because he's such a good kid that, I'll continue to do this. I'll continue to fulfill these 35 to 50-year-old father jobs at 63, as long as I've got the buttons to do it. I'm very, very happy to do that.
And if you would like Mike to speak to your child, you can slip into his DMs and he'd be glad to set something up.
Yeah.
You can just, talk to any kids.
You are an ass, and that is not going to happen.
I think it's great you're having this conversation. He's probably telling all his friends right now.
Yep.
I told him not to do that. I said, this is between you and me. Do not. There are plenty of kids your age.
That did not help.
I said there are plenty of kids your age that have not had the talk with their mommy or daddy, and I think you should keep this between us because they should be told by their parents as well. That's what I said.
Also, snitches get stitches.
I have a very clear image of him in the cafeteria today, surrounded by boys 6 deep around him. And he's just saying, and then
my dad told me about sex.
Yes.
Oh, he said that. He said sex the first time. I said, do you want to know about this? Are you curious? And he said, yeah. Is it about sex? And I said, yeah. I said, and that's when I thought maybe he'd be spewing out all the answers, but no. Unless he's faking it. No, he's not faking it. I mean, he knows.
Maybe
what the deal
sex he meant by like gender.
I don't know.
Male, female.
But respect was part of the conversation as well.
That's good.
Which it damn well should be in this day and age. And that's and I'm exhausted. I'm absolutely exhausted.
That's probably why you had a bad evening of sleep.
I don't think so because it was satisfying because I did the right thing. I did it well.
You didn't walk away from the conversation, and that's in the world of gender fluidity and acceptance and conversation education. You'd rather them hear this from you than some other kid at school that doesn't have maybe the values that you have,
or a janitor.
Right.
Like in that one movie, Am I Normal?
Yes.
Oh my God, we've talked about this. Did you have this, Mike?
What?
When you were in 8th grade, at least in Montgomery County, you'd walk around just trying to figure out what your life was about, and then they put you into sex ed in 8th grade, and you'd watch this movie called Am I Normal, and it'd be a zookeeper that looked like a janitor walking around with a young boy showing all the I guess the packages of the animals, and the kid asking questions about how giraffes have babies and X, Y, and Z, and you sit there awkwardly when everybody knew they were just alluding to what we do. And you're like, this guy's just walking around with a pocket full of Werther's Originals talking to this kid about sex. If
you want to see the movie now, it's on the dark web.
All right. On that note, I'm done. I'm done with this.
Well, good. You know what? Gold star for being a dad. That's a great thing.
I'm happy. It seemed to be, A-okay, and then a little sadness after that, and then a restless night. I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't know. I'm still
those
adjusting.
damn restless legs, Mike.
Just adjusting to the new meds, guys. We'll be right back.
Who can take the funny and sprinkle it with naughty? Mike, Rob, Oscar, and their old friend Pony. The latest bonus show is 60 minutes full of hilarities.
Carla would like to tell Rob he is sick.
Yeah.
I, too, would the Reese's.
Yeah?
Not even a question.
The Reese's.
I don't like the texture of Skittles.
Yeah, I love fruity options. I really do.
The Jolly Ranchers, but only the lemon.
I want to spend all my days with my Raisinets.
Raisins are key to a fruitcake success.
Every now and then you want a little bit of strange. You go with the Butterfinger.
Goobers, I'd kill. I'm out.
But I am concerned about the fact that I am and marrying 2 chocolate products.
The TMOS bonus show may taste like candy, but it helps you lose weight. Enjoy the benefits today and get a subscription at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Is there anything better than Texas toast? Oh, the weather outside is gorgeous. What rhymes with gorgeous? And if you're a guy that's woke, have a toke, have a toke, have a toke. I don't know what I'm doing. Hey, lighten up and enjoy a Dadgrass. That's what I'm talking about.
Yes.
It is great anytime. It can help you chill out before a big meeting, or it can be chilling out at night and replacing that evening glass of wine. Dadgrass is legal. It's organic hemp. It relaxes your body. It mellows your mind. Dadgrass CBD products are made with 100% organic hemp that's easy to dose, and the effects come on smooth. You can try their token smokable pre-rolled joints, or if you prefer, hemp flower or their selection of CBD tincture drops. Whether you're looking for a new buzz or a chill way to enjoy an old favorite, Dadgrass will leave you in a euphoric mood. All Dadgrass products are federally legal for ages 18 and over, and it ships right to your door anywhere in the U.S. Go to dadgrass.com/TMOS to check out their products. Right now, Dadgrass is offering our listeners 20% off your first order when you go to dadgrass.com/TMOS. Go to dadgrass.com/TMOS. Go to dadgrass.com. Your first order, that's 20% off. dadgrass.com/TMOS, people.
From the 4 corners of the World Wide Web and into your digital device, it's what you need to know. This is the homepage.
This is the homepage, and we begin with Rob mentioned this during the news yesterday. Leslie Jordan, he played Beverly Leslie on Will and Grace. He died yesterday after crashing his car into a building in Hollywood. I don't think you knew that at the time, right? When you
it
said
was
that,
just breaking, yeah.
Didn't know it was that kind of a tragedy. He was 67 years old. He may have suffered some sort of medical emergency that caused the crash. He was pronounced dead at the scene. Leslie won an Emmy for Will and Grace in 2006. He also appeared on Call Me Kat with Mayim Bialik, the Fox sitcom, The Cool Kids, and 3 seasons of American Horror Story. Leslie became a social media superstar when he started posting videos during the pandemic. Mm-hmm. He was also a gospel singer, and he posted this video, a video the day before his death, and had a wonderful Southern accent.
I actually have I have the song. This was hours before he died, the day before. And you know what? If you have to go and leave a digital mark, singing a gospel song is not a bad way to do it.
The trumpets of the Lord shall sound, and time shall be no more. And the morning breaks eternal, bright and fair. When the saved of earth shall gather over on the other shore. When the roll is called up yonder, I'll be there. When the roll is called up yonder.
Sing with another person?
Yeah, a guitar player, yeah.
When the roll is called up yonder. When the roll is called up yonder. When the roll is called up yonder, I'll be there.
You know, you're right. What a great way to leave. What a beautiful thing to leave behind. Yeah. And I didn't realize that he had this amazing following on social media.
He was so huge during the pandemic. Mm-hmm. Yeah, funny guy.
Here is an interesting story. Dave Chappelle, kind of both sides of the fence, which doesn't surprise me. The way Chappelle rolls. Mm-hmm. He's appeared on stage with Chris Rock several times already, and they just announced a co-headlining tour. What a great tour that'll be. Yesterday, Will Smith posted pictures from a private screening for his upcoming movie Emancipation, and guess who was there? Dave Chappelle. I think this is interesting. They were joined by some other big names, Tyler Perry, Rihanna. It's just amazing. For the record, Chappelle has never really taken sides. During a show in England, he said Will, quote, did an impression of a perfect man for 30 years. That's really not taking a side. He added that he, quote, ripped off his mask and showed us he was as ugly as the rest of us. Whatever the consequences are, I hope he doesn't put his mask back on again and lets his real face breathe. That's a very... I think maybe that resonated with Will. That's why he was at the screening. I don't know, but, I always say to a degree... Obviously, when you're talking about murder, horrible things like that, you don't want forgiveness. But when you do something, I believe that it's one of the most powerful things you can do is forgive people. So who knows?
I completely forgot. I'm going to see Chris Rock this Friday.
Is it not with Chappelle, though, right?
No. But the fact that, I forgot that I was going to see Chris Rock this Friday.
It's so funny.
Are you excited now?
I thought I missed it. I was like, did I miss all that money I just paid for those tickets?
Excited?
Yes.
I would
my
be.
life is the worst. Now it's the best.
I just saw Oscar open up his computer to go to the ticket site to make sure that he hadn't missed it.
Isn't that crazy?
I would be out of my mind.
Jeez.
I would be out of my mind.
I don't forgive Will Smith.
You don't forgive him yet.
No. I'm really curious to see what the box office is like on this new picture.
Yeah. It's tough. I think I don't think people, when it's that kind of a personal issue, will hold grudges that long. That's my prediction. We'll have to wait and see. Republican Senator Ted Cruz was on The View yesterday. I don't know if you have this audio, Rob.
I do.
And protesters started shouting while the ladies were trying to interview him. Let's listen to the audio, and then we can discuss after that. He was
Inflation has one cause and one cause only. Inflation in the United States has one cause and one cause only.
We do cover climate here, guys. We do cover climate.
Ladies, excuse us. Let us do our job. Let us do our job. We hear what you have to say, but you gotta go. You gotta go. You gotta let us do our job.
They weren't even protesting you.
You gotta let us do our job.
couldn't even hear what they were protesting.
Well, I take back what I said about the Yankees.
Thank you.
Yeah. They were accusing us of not covering climate change, and we do that almost. Well, at least they didn't.
I am for doing everything we can to save this planet. I really am. I am all about it. I think it's great. But some of the strategies being implemented by extremists on this issue, throwing food at masterpieces around the world, I'm not sure. It's not landing with me that much. Ted Cruz also got booed at Yankee Stadium on Sunday, but that wasn't necessarily political. He was rooting for the use. No, that's not why. He didn't get booed because he was rooting for the Astros, morons. He got booed because he's Ted Cruz and he's a divisive politician. Come on.
It was really weird watching The View because I'm used to only 5 people talking at the same time. But when that 6th voice came in, it was really disconcerting.
Yeah, it's weird. Most of us do not prefer the middle seat on a plane. A recent poll asked people if they had their choice, which seat would they choose? Only 3% said they'd be fine with the middle seat. Those are probably people that Pony doesn't bother me. The big issue is that there aren't any perks for the middle seat. Right. But one airline is trying to change that, and listen to this and tell me if you don't think this is just one big pile of manure. I don't know. Make your own decision. All right. Virgin Australia trying to make the middle seat more appealing by launching a lottery with $230,000 in prizes for people who fly in the middle seat, like a Caribbean cruise, free flights, and tickets to soccer matches. So it's not one big whopper where like every month they give away $230,000. It's these little things. Hey, you get a 3-day cruise. The promotion is running for the next 6 months, only in Australia because it's Australia.
I entered that and won, Mike. It's very cool. It's a hat and it says Jackass on it.
Thank you. Believe anything. That's it. No, it sucks. But, I look, all I know is the worst flight I was ever on. I had a window seat, but they were 3 and 3 on the plane that I was on, and a pilot came down the middle aisle, and the plane was full, so I knew there were not many options of where he was going to seat, and I had an empty middle seat next to me, and this pilot, I believe if you put him on a scale, he weighed 10,000 pounds.
Oh, dear. Extended belt time.
And he sat next to me. Yeah. Oh, my God. And he sat next to me, fatter than I was, and as soon as he sat in the seat, he fell asleep on the tarmac before we took off, woke up on the tarmac when we got to the destination. And I was like this.
That's what happens when you drink.
I was like that the whole way. It was crazy.
Now, I know you're a window seat guy. I'm an aisle guy.
Yep.
Oscar? Wow, I'll take whatever they got.
Yeah. Oh, you'd be in the lottery.
Yeah. Soccer
retailers.
Tickets.
Yes, exciting. Retailers began stocking Halloween candy in August, and ever since, this is a little complicated. Follow me here. Shoppers have been confronted with an indisputable fact. Portion sizes aren't what they once were when it comes to candy.
I love candy.
Part of the shrinkage is due to inflation. That's according to the Washington Post. It's also the result of years-long campaigns to reduce the calories in American treats. It's also known as shrinkflation, the phenomenon of goods getting smaller but not cheaper. It isn't new. Food prices have risen 11.4% over the last year. 5 years ago, major candy companies, including Mars Chocolate North America, Nestle, Wrigley, Lindt, they reported as part of the larger effort to combat the U.S.'s significant rates of obesity, diabetes, and heart disease, candy has gotten smaller.
I don't care for this at all. No, sir, not one bit.
Today, 85% of chocolate and candy sold comes in packaging that holds 200 calories or fewer per pack, and that's according to a wonderful organization, the National Confectioners Association.
They all wear purple jackets. They live in a factory in
Have
Dusseldorf.
you noticed that, Rob? I mean, I know you don't eat like you used to eat, but I'm just...
I would never buy, like, Halloween-serving candies, because even when I would do candy, I would do a full-size thing.
You always did things big.
Yeah, big. Bigger's better. Come big.
I felt that they've gotten smaller.
Right.
Because it just, you can feel it. Like, even the mass is like, when you're like, oh, I need another one, I'm not full.
Yeah, well, that's the thing is, if you get it down to 200 calories of M&Ms, you're just going to eat 3 packets.
Fun size.
Not that fun.
Hey, M&M Mars, take the fun size. Have a fun size suppository on me.
And you know what? There's something smaller than the fun size. It's like the little
the
nugget.
minis?
Yeah, the minis. That's even worse.
I hate the minis.
Yeah, minis. And then they'll say, oh, we're battling obesity. Oh, but you didn't lower the price, did you? Well, no, we didn't feel...
Too much effort unwrapping a mini.
10 minis.
Yeah.
One bar.
Sucks.
Bar.
Sucks. Full size, the pounder. What's that thing Hershey sells, right?
The pounder, yeah.
The pounder.
The pounder.
Yeah. Pounder, I hardly knew her.
Hey.
Anyway, and now a little something. A Texas couple claim their house is haunted by erotic ghosts.
No.
Who like to talk dirty. Linda Hill, the owner, said the ghost tendencies are sexual in nature.
No.
She said one of the apparent ghosts made a move on her. Hill said she was taking a shower at the home when she claims she saw and heard a dark figure on the other side of the curtain say to her, "Looking good." I don't think it sounded like it, but looking good. She says she thought it was her husband, but he walked through the door moments later asking who she was talking to. Ooh. She said it was like, oh my God, it is really haunted. Hill said the home was built in the 1840s and it was rumored to be a brothel.
See, Oscar?
Which is why she believes the spirits are inclined that way. The couple has even had paranormal enthusiasts visit the home armed with electronic voice phenomenon equipment. And Hill claims they also heard the horny house guests being suggestive. The pros that came in, all right? Maybe they should bring some other electronic equipment, the kind that vibrates. Am I right, ladies?
This is a huge ruse for like a perversion that got out.
Yeah.
Oh, we're haunted.
Oh, it's a haunted erotic haunting. Oh, that'll make us some money.
Do you believe in ghosts?
Hey, everybody, by the way, if you come to our erotic haunted house, everybody gets a fun-sized candy in the middle seat on an airplane. We'll take a break, come back with more after this, everybody.
Down in Mississippi, down in New Orleans. Well, I'm going to New Orleans. City of New Orleans. New Orleans. New Orleans.
Way down yonder in New Orleans.
The town in New Orleans.
I'm walking to New Orleans. New Orleans.
The Michael Mara Show live Saturday, April 15th, 2023 at the legendary House of Blues in New Orleans.
How y'all are? I'm glad for you to see me, I guarantee.
Tickets available November 1st at michaelmarashow.com.
Ain't it bitchin'?
Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. If you're a small business owner, you know how important it is to be ready for the holiday season. If you haven't started preparing for the chaos of holiday shipping, I got news for you. You're already behind.
Too late,
Luckily,
Oscar.
Stamps.com has everything you need to make your life a whole lot easier. It's the 24/7 post office that you can access from anywhere. You get access to USPS and UPS services right from your computer, and you can protect your margins with major discounts. And I mean major discounts on USPS and UPS rates, up to 86% off. I'm not kidding you. All you need is a computer and a standard printer, and you're up and running in minutes. With Stamps.com's Switch and Save feature, you can easily compare carriers and rates. So, you know you're getting the best deal every time. Here's what I want you to do. Get ahead of the holiday chaos this year. Get started with Stamps.com today. Sign up with promo code TMOS for a special offer. This includes a 4-week trial, free postage, and a free digital scale with no long-term commitments or contracts. Just go to Stamps.com, click on the microphone at the top of the homepage, and enter the code. You know it. You love it. TMOS. All right, I want to talk about Yay.
Oh, I have an element, Mike.
Yay. Yay. Oscar, you remember like years ago when I said yee?
Yes.
Yes. It's pronounced.
Yeah, you're Nostradamus.
Because I don't follow the Yeezy. But yay, is... Yay! Right now, the big news today is he was dropped by Adidas.
Finally.
Yes, finally. Too late.
And look, I know there's a lot of speculation on he needs help, this and that. I don't think it can be. I am all for mental health education and people getting help if they need it. I am also aware, because I have traveled in the world of celebrity interviews and dealt with publicists and dealt with professional athletes and dealt with people that are at the very top of American celebrity. And I do not think that it can be underestimated what the results are of from being practically a child, having smoke blown up your ass for your entire life and being surrounded, just like Elvis Presley, by sycophants who let it happen and happen and happen. And I think that at the end of the day, this guy has had a pattern of bad behavior that has been allowed to slide like nobody's business. It goes back to the first very public moment when he jumps up on stage and tears the Grammy Award out of somebody's hands.
I don't know.
Taylor Swift,
Oscar, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I'm going to let you talk, he said.
I just think that can't be. I've seen the behavior when someone is surrounded and doesn't have anybody calling him on crap.
It's a spoiled kid.
Well, guys,
no one to say no.
It goes beyond. I think that there is truth to what you're saying, Mike, is that you're essentially, you're surrounded by yes men and yes women that
yes people
that just literally let you do what you want because their paychecks are, their household income is it's dependent on you, but it's also dependent on you doing you. And he's gotten away with murder, where I feel there is no line and I've come full circle on this because I'm past the mental health side and I want to clarify that there is no place for the rhetoric, that the anti-Semitic rhetoric that he's been espousing on multiple different outlets. There's no place for that.
Right.
And
that's true.
And there's no place for that for many reasons, especially with the type of reach that this celebrity has, which is global, which would empower those with those sentiments to be like, oh, well, look at this guy. He's on our side, right? It's the same reasons that we've fought Trumpism, where there's been shades of this type of rhetoric where you're like, what's going on? Then people are emboldened by it.
Yeah.
And yesterday I saw a news story about that, Oscar. We probably saw the same one where they're hanging the banners off the highway.
Yes.
And that's when I suddenly go, God, that's the problem. When you embolden these groups, I mean, we are at an inflection point of hatred in American society, the likes of which I have never seen before. I have never seen this level of hatred that is accepted. For years and years, it was swept away and it was hidden because obviously there were a ton of people who felt that way. But when you have an African-American artist who wears a T-shirt that says White Lives Matter, you're doing tremendous damage and contributing to the fissure that exists in American society. And I think that it's tough whenever you get people saying, oh, he needs help. You're dismissing the fact that he's just a little shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And am I aware that I might be dead wrong and that this might be serious mental
but we're
health
beyond
issues?
that. We're beyond that now.
Yeah, and also
it's time for somebody to shut him the F up.
And
really.
Also, when they say he needs help, that is all well and good, but the damage has been done.
Yeah.
It's out there, and people that want to latch onto it have latched onto it. And again, as you said, it would be naive to think that for years hate was gone. It was there. It was just bubbling under.
Well,
and when someone that is a remarkably out front person says something that allows this hatred to come to the top, it's not healthy and it's not good.
Yeah, guys, I think that we've come a long way where it takes, well, at least in my eyes, roughly a week to 10 days for a big conglomerate like Adidas to step away from what is essentially their brand and what's making all their revenue. For JP Morgan Chase to walk away from his enterprise 2 weeks ago, I think that was the right move. Like, zero tolerance, move on. The almighty dollar pushes people's and how they're going to react. Whether it's a talent on the air, we've seen this a zillion times, Mike, in the past,
right?
Or it's someone that's like essentially creating revenue streams for your company. I think, and I believe now that Kanye or Ye thought that he was untouchable, and he's learning, not the hard way, the appropriate way, that this you just can't get on podcasts and shows and television shows and espouse this type of hate speech and get away with it. You just can't. We've moved on.
There's a responsibility, and now more than ever, I just feel as though with reports coming down about the quality of the students in America right now, and down here, man, when I'm still seeing the F this flag flying, and I'm watching this, and I'm just saying, when is that pendulum gonna swing back? I worry. I worry for my son.
One of the greatest educations, and we take it for granted here, Mike. And I'm sorry for cutting you off.
That's right.
Is I didn't. If you haven't watched Schindler's List, like that's you get a good grasp of like, okay, what happened during the Holocaust, and you have a certain level of education that you get within your primary school years. Mm-hmm. I hope that's across the country. I don't know. At least I did. When I went to the Holocaust Museum, that is the greatest education I ever had in my life. When and we're here, it's in our backyard,
right?
But if you come with your family, great. Go to Air and Space, see the cool things, but also take a moment to go to the African American History Museum and go to the Holocaust Museum, where you literally, while somber, in real time, tactile, you get an education of what happened.
Power of hate is unreal, and what it can do. I don't think it'll happen in my lifetime. I hate to say that, but I would hope that at some point, evolution could take hold, and we could have brown, black, it doesn't matter, whatever your religion, what country you come from, what faction you're from, what tribe you're from, whatever, that we could just realize that, we don't deal with this crap, and the hatred is so simple. It is so simple-minded, and that's what makes it so effing dangerous.
Correct. And and these tropes that he continues to espouse is it's crazy, because I took even a deeper dive after I saw a similar story, Mike. I can't remember the network, where I said, okay, this is a young, fairly young, very influential black man saying this. So you take that as a minority, and you're like, okay, well, if a minority say, like, people are making excuses because he says it, then it's okay. No. Yeah. It's never okay.
Never okay.
What about the person that might not have that germ planted yet, and because of his reach, it gets put in there, and then he remembers what maybe a relative said. Mm-hmm. That's it. It's like they're like hatred's like a lawn full of weeds.
I like when you call it a seed, Mike. You can't plant that seed.
You plant that seed, the weeds start to grow, and if you don't, kill those weeds. It's terrible. Mm-hmm. I'm not talking about, I don't misinterpret what I just said. No. I'm just talking about the seeds of hatred.
You got to shut it down.
Not the individual. It just sucks. So we'll see what happens. But, I don't give a rat's ass what the reasons are for what he said. I don't. It's time to shut him the F up. And if pulling out of his money deals, his unbelievably lucrative deals, because of, hatred, there's no place in it. It's no place in for anybody to do it. I wish we'd have more of a meeting of the minds and deal with our disagreements in a less hateful way. But maybe I'm, hoping for the moon. It sucks. But that's it. We'll see what happens. And stay tuned. I'm sure there'll be more on that. Coming up, we will take a break. And we got to lighten the mood here. Let me see. I think we're going to have to. Is the TikTok trend you want to talk about? Is that?
It's brief and it's just enough to cleanse the palate. It shows that we're still stupid.
Appreciate that. Yeah. All right, we'll do that when we come back on the Mike O'Mara Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I present a creature?
You're a monster.
You're a monster.
Right, I'm a monster.
We're not monsters.
That's scary stuff.
You're the monster.
You monster.
He's a monster.
Oh my God, is this you calling me a monster?
If you don't have a Mike O'Mara Show bonus subscription, you're a monster. Your blood will run cold with the fear of missing out on the frighteningly funniest hour of TMOS every week. Uncut, uncensored, undead.
It's alive!
Save yourself by ordering a TMOS bonus subscription by clicking the bloody banner at MikeO'MaraShow.com. The power of Christ compels you.
You're an inhuman monster! I said good day!
Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. If you love drinking coffee every morning, and who doesn't, you have to check out Trade Coffee, a fine new sponsor on the Mike O'Mara Show. Trade Coffee is a coffee subscription service, and they make it simple for you to discover new coffees and make your best cup of joe at home every day. Trade partners with the nation's top-rated independent roasters to send coffee to your home that you will absolutely love. Oh, God, it smelled so good when I got my bag the other day.
So good.
Oh, man, it's so fresh roasted. By the way, they send it on your preferred schedule. Plus, you get to support small local businesses. That's a win-win, even if you're new to specialty coffee and need some help. Trade makes it easy and convenient to discover new coffees. They'll send you ground coffee or whole beans, and Trade guarantees you'll love your first bag or they'll send you a new one for free. Right now, I am drinking organic Toka tea, a blend with notes of apricot, cacao, and caramel. It's insanely good, as are all their coffees. Upgrade your coffee today with Trade Coffee and let them take the guesswork out of finding your perfect cup. That's drinktrade.com/TMOS for $30 off your subscription to the best coffees in the country. Remember, drinktrade.com/TMOS. TikTok, Bitcoin,
Internet.
There it is.
The thing is I've been now married 26 years, and if God forbid, thank you, anything would happen.
Of them happy?
Most of them, the plurality of them. If anything were to happen, I don't know.
How many years?
26.
26 years for Rob Spiewak.
It's amazing. You don't see that anymore.
No. Mike was at my wedding.
All right, that's enough. I said.
Let them clap. Let them clap.
It's a wonderful class.
That means nothing to Oscar, but I loved it.
No, Oscar.
What's that
classic
from?
Cheech and Chong bit.
So great.
Probably my favorite. My absolute favorite.
So I don't know that in this modern day and age, I could get into the spirit of dating. I just, it just seems harder than it did 25 years ago.
Boy, I'd be done.
Yeah, right?
I'd be done.
You would kill it.
Nah.
It would kill him.
Look, I don't want to go into any detail here. I see the guys that are out there at my age. It's not what you want to see.
Put a little more jewelry on you, get you a better tan, and we move on.
Gross.
With
Color the beard.
It's gross.
Go Blackstone with the beard. But Mike, what you could try is the new dating trend, the TikTok Target dating trend.
What's that?
Is that like the store?
Yes, it is like the store. This actually started in 2021, but in the last couple months, the hashtag Target Challenge has 546.5 million views on TikTok.
And what's it called again?
This is called the Target Challenge on TikTok.
So you go to the store.
Well, no, you prepare before you go to the store. This is a date night.
Do you dress up to go to the store?
No, and this makes me crazy.
All right, get to the point. What is it? You're driving me crazy.
You make a list of things like something that reminds me of you, your favorite drink, your favorite candy, a list of, say, 10 things, and you agree on it with your person that you're dating. You each get a copy of the list. You're limited sometimes to a ceiling, like $30.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, hold on.
And then you split up.
I'm confused.
Okay.
I'm not a smart man, so please bear with me here.
All right.
So this exists after you start dating someone.
Yes. This is
so you're dating someone, it's going well, and it's the Target dating challenge?
It is called the Target Challenge.
The Target challenge. So you go to a Target store.
Before you go to a Target store, you construct a list of categories of things you can buy at Target that apply.
So you come up with a list of things that for that other person.
Exactly. And then there is a budget. And now here's where it gets fun. You go to Target separately, buy things for the list. Like if I was dating Oscar, I would say, something that Oscar likes to drink. I would buy him an energy drink. As a candy, I would get him, I don't know what I would get you. Something chocolate, I think.
Yes.
Something like that. But then
a heart.
Then you go back to your home.
Chocolate heart.
And you videotape revealing your purchases to the other person, and then you put it on TikTok. And 446 million people.
Wait. Why don't you just give the person the thing?
Because you got to get credit.
You got to get credit. This is why it's a trend on TikTok.
Social proof.
That's right.
You have an example?
I have no example, but it's just, it's very simple. What you do is you try to match up and you try to make the person pleased with what you've chosen.
Listen, this is pure capitalism.
Yeah, and
they said, how can we get young bucks to get on TikTok and go to Target and spend their money?
Target's behind this?
Yeah, it's. This is exactly what we're built for, people. I mean, if you tell me I have to go if my girlfriend.
Here we go. Bleach for the upper lip.
If my wife says, "Hey, do you want to do the Target challenge?" It's something to do. It's $20. I'll go because I'm going to Target anyways, and I'll tape myself doing it. It's content.
How many things?
Sometimes 10. I think a good number would be 10 items with a $30 budget.
I'd have trouble doing that for my wife. Much less somebody I just started dating.
Yeah,
right?
I would imagine, but they
God
say
forbid anything's organic.
They say when you see the reactions of some of the people on TikTok, it's hilarious.
I'll do you one better.
Okay.
Yesterday.
You mean, do you split the screen on TikTok and show the person reacting?
Yes.
Yeah, split screen.
Yeah.
That's a lot of video.
I know. But
my phone does everything.
That's great video.
I didn't get to my quick cut video thing that I want Oscar to help me with.
You
we'll
could
do
use that
tomorrow.
for your TikTok challenge. Your dating challenge. Will you
I don't do that.
You have to, Mike. You have to do it today.
No, if we're going to do it, it's not going to be the Target dating challenge. It's going to be the Bass Pro Shops dating challenge.
Here's a lure that I think you like.
Yeah. Jelly worm.
The 12 gauge was on sale.
There you go. A scope, an infrared scope. Who doesn't want that?
Camouflage pants from a lady.
There you go. A Columbia sports T-shirt.
It's wicking material.
Brilliant wicking material.
Wicking.
But anyway, if that is the current dating trend, I'm out.
I don't think it's that bad. If your son did this, you'd be like, oh, that's sweet.
I would say don't be sucked up into the media.
You haven't watched any of these?
No,
I watched them. They come up on my feed.
Watch it. Do they get negative responses sometimes?
Well, it's the nonverbals of like, why would he get this? Or why that's the funny part where it goes sideways. And you see the guy watching
Slim
it.
Fast.
Yeah, you're like, ultra, what is it? Super deluxe absorbent, gets the wrong thing.
Yes.
That's the fun stuff.
Yeah.
Tampon.
The only thing I can then equate this to is, and we'll watch it about every 3 or 4 years. Carrie and I just set up a video camera when we opened our wedding gifts because it would be a record of who gave what if we forgot later on.
That's smart.
And then there is a couple.
That's forward thinking back in the 1800s when you guys got married.
That's right. So we actually had to buy big canisters of film
because they were silent.
No, but
there was a guy sitting there with a big long beard going
cranking it. But there's a few great shots where I believe one of my relatives got us just a framed picture of flowers. And I hold it up and I say, look, a picture of flowers. And Carrie goes out of her way. She turns to the camera and goes like this. Just shrugs. Like, why would anyone think this was a good idea?
What would they just said? Wasn't the frame the gift?
No. It was like a framed picture of flowers.
Do you remember anything when you watched those videos? Anything of note?
Some people use it as a way to troll their loved ones by buying them things they need to be using. Which is funny.
Oh, I can see that.
That's funny.
Like a deodorant
now I might be watching that.
Or razor.
So it is like odor eaters.
Yeah, it could be that as
Nullo
well.
brand deodorant tablets.
Listerine strips.
Right. They got to be pretty entrenched in their datingdom.
Yes.
That
shtick is funny.
Yeah.
Right.
Or they'll get things that they never use, so it looks like they're buying it for another girl. They're like, which girl is this? Which is funny.
Yeah.
And then, or they'll buy things for themselves and have the girl open it up, like everything's for him or her.
Oh, the old basketball trick. Yeah.
Yeah.
You give your dad a basketball for Christmas. Right.
But
I think I'd be able to pull it off. It is a drugstore after all.
They have everything.
Everything. Really
would you be easier to shop for than she would?
Oh, at a drugstore?
Yes.
At Target? Absolutely. If she went to the pharmacy. You know,
it's another can.
I follow Target on TikTok, and I'll tell you why. For this specific reason.
If there were 10 items, 4 of them could be pain relievers for me.
Mike, I follow Target on TikTok for this specific reason. One of their latest videos shows their social team and a handful of different, TikToks that they offered to legal and legal said no to. And one of them happened to be that they wanted to allege that Walmart was run by rats and
like real rats.
Yeah.
And
in ties.
And right into the comments, someone goes, I wish your fashion this season was much better. And the Target TikTok account responds, probably said by a rat, right? Like literally it's trolling this one customer.
So referring to Walmart customers as rats.
Yes.
Yeah, and management.
And then you see all these brands underneath, like 23andMe, Home Shopping Network, their official TikTok accounts.
Yeah.
Like essentially escalating this fight between the customer and the TikTok account. It's hilarious.
It's funny when big business has a TikTok account with a sense of humor. Taco Bell has a very
run
funny
by Gen
one.
Zs, they'll probably get fired tomorrow, but funny.
Yeah, but funny today. Absolutely funny today.
Welcome to another episode of Life is Passing Me By, because I couldn't follow half of this crap that's going on with all this. I don't know. But I do want to do one of those videos. We'll talk about it tomorrow.
Please.
I really, really want
Look,
to.
Mike, I got you eye drops.
Hey, there you go. You can get my 10 items. Probably not have to leave the aisle
in a heartbeat.
Get a basket,
like a screen cleaner.
Yeah, maybe just drops. We'll be right back.
Michael Mara, New Orleans, Sharon Bailey, and Jolene, Jim Amato, Dennis Murphy, Paulie, Christine, Oscar, Shannon, Pony, Carrie, Dan O'Brien, shirts are scary. Get your tickets while you can. Say hello to Tony Land, Goose Cerrito, Skinny Rob, Chris Fontani, Condo Bob, Carla, Twitch, and Dirk and Reese, and 1,000 Stephanies.
Come out and see the whole gang at the TMOS Live Show, April 15th, 2023, at the House of Blues in New Orleans, Louisiana. We'll see you there.
Tickets available November 1st at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. To be your best every day, you need proven quality sleep every night. Science proves your best sleep is vital to your mental, emotional, and physical health. Did you know 8 out of 10 couples say that one of them sleeps too hot or too cold? Proper sleep temperature leads to higher quality sleep. Discover the new Climate 360 Smart Bed, the only smart bed in the world that actively cools, warms, and effortlessly responds to both of you. The Climate 360 Smart Bed warms your feet to help you fall asleep faster, and you can snooze longer because it actively draws heat away from your body to help you cool so you can stay asleep. Sleepers who use 360 Smart Bed technology enjoy 28 minutes of more restful sleep per night. My Sleep Number setting is now a 75. Carla remains at a 65. Why choose proven quality sleep from Sleep Number? Because to be your best every day, you need proven quality sleep every night. Discover special offers now for a limited time at your local Sleep Number store or at sleepnumber.com/TMOS. We love our Sleep Number in the O'Mara household, everybody.
Sound.
We call this stereophonic sound.
Soundtown.
I have to hand it to Oscar because yesterday he requested the sound of Bryce Harper's home run that sent the Phillies to the World Series,
fantastic.
which was great. But what I didn't know is that yesterday trending on TikTok was the actual radio call, but video of the guy doing the radio call. And it's really fun to watch because...
So let me just set it up because we didn't do enough of that yesterday.
Okay.
Bottom of the 8th. Fifth game of the championship, the pennant series in the National League, and Bryce Harper comes up with one man on and hits an opposite field dinger that really gets them to the World Series because then they get them out of the bottom of the top of the ninth round.
You DC fans, we're all heartbroken when he left.
Of course.
Yes, nobody wanted him to leave the Nationals.
And when we won the World Series, and he had not at that point, we're like, you left, you didn't win.
Rubbed his nose in it. Now he's going to go to the series.
That's why we're the greatest sports city in the world.
No, that's all cities. But,
this is Scott Fransky. He's on WIP, which
YSP.
WIP?
YSP.
No,
is it WISP?
The AM is WIP.
I apologize.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
And I think they simulcast it on WISP.
Got it.
Anyway, here we go.
2 balls, 2 strikes to Bryce Harper. Suarez delivers. Swing and a drive. Left field. It's deep. It's going. Yes! And it is gone. Yes!
Color guy blew it.
It is bedlam at the bank as Bryce Harper has put the Phillies on top. Are you kidding me? Oh, his 10th career home run in the postseason. And he may never hit a bigger one.
All right, can you play it again? I'd like to break it down because I love to analyze a fabulous play-by-play call, effed up by an over-exuberant color man who that is the play-by-play man's moment. It's him and silence. And especially if you're going to create the unbelievable observation of, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
So listen to the guy because he goes, yes, right in the middle of his call. Okay. But it was still exciting. But I'm picky when it comes to these things. Play it again, please. Thank you.
2 balls, 2 strikes to Bryce Harper. Suarez delivers. Swing and a drive. Left field. It's deep. It's going. Yes! And it is gone. Yes! It is bedlam at the bank as Bryce Harper has put the Phillies on top.
Great for baseball.
Are you kidding me? His 10th career home run in the postseason. And he may never hit a bigger one.
Yeah.
Wow. 4-3 Phillies in the bottom of the 8th inning.
Hey, color guy.
It's crazy.
Wow.
Crazy.
I would have been the color guy.
Worth every penny of that contract.
All right, enough of that.
Yeah.
You've heard that was good play-by-play. And then the guys was like, wow.
Are you kidding me? Crazy.
Duh. You know what's I never even had that inclination. I didn't have that. I just thought it was a great call. I didn't even think about the color guy.
I know. But a Philly fan wouldn't think about the color guy either.
And the color guy is so scared of someone not saying something.
Yes.
And it's obvious that the play-by-play guy is letting the moment breathe.
I empathize with the color guy because I would have done the same thing, and I'm embarrassed by that because without that guy, the call is even better.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, if it'd be like the winning field goal in the old Frank, Sonny, Sam, they'd be all talking over each other.
Exactly.
All right.
It happens. All right, Mike, you can tune out for 44 seconds.
What's going on?
No.
This Friday, the remastered Revolver album comes out from the Beatles.
I thought it was going to be
loaded
Velvet
with,
Revolver.
No, it's loaded with extras. And would you say that of the Beatles songs, the most whimsical, child-friendly song is probably Yellow Submarine? It went to Ringo.
Well, it's my favorite, and I have the mind of a child, so I guess I love In a Time. That's Ringo on the lead.
That's what you could use for your sex talk. Well, son, you have a submarine. And
if it's yellow, see a doctor.
We had a condition about that on yesterday's show.
That's right. But here's when John first brought it into the studio, the melody for Yellow Submarine, the lyrics are very different.
In the place where I was born, no one cared, no one cared, and the name when I was born.
Doesn't have the lyrics yet?
No, and he's saying that in the town I was born, no one cared.
In the town where I was born, no one cared.
Yeah, he's got to let it go.
I know.
Man.
But I can't wait. You know what? It's so weird to me that as I have been an active Beatles listener my entire life, there's still stuff like this I haven't heard.
Does this give you chills?
Yes, it does.
Oh.
Because you know why?
I think it ruins the folklore.
I'll tell you why, is that in my life, there has never been a moment in my life that there wasn't this album or that song. And I think back that it's not that long ago, people were hearing Yellow Submarine for the first time, and it had to come from somewhere. And it's just weird.
We all live in a town that doesn't care.
Okay, then let's move on.
A town that doesn't care. Okay.
I bet you like free pizza.
No, I mean, but he said the first thing he said.
I thought you were
no one cares.
To
I wasn't putting you down.
Yeah, he's creating, some yes and.
If I was putting you down, I would have played this.
This is true.
All right.
But it releases this Friday, and I can't wait to hear the extras.
You're so defensive.
Well, I'm a defensive guy. Mike, you like pizza? We all like pizza.
Love pizza.
Oh, let me tell you something about myself. I love pizza.
It's a round one? Square one?
No, Twitch is like saving that now. I'm editing it.
I still like that.
Yeah, right. Jim Amato just drove off the road.
In a world with pizza, there's nothing quite like a nice round pie with pepperoni pizza.
We all should say it for his benefit. Oscar?
I love pizza.
I love pizza.
This is Jim Amato, and I love pizza too.
All right, there's a lady on TikTok named Lina Hera who has the greatest pizza hack of all times. Domino's, remember they used to say 30 minutes or less or it's free. Well, They don't do that anymore. However,
I have accidentally stumbled into the greatest life hack of all time. So my local Domino's takes a very long time to process orders. So it usually takes around an hour and a half from the time I order it on their app to when it arrives, which I don't have a problem with because I know it's going to take that long. So I go into it expecting that. However, since it does take that long, once it arrives, I get an email from Domino's that says, we're sorry, your order didn't go as expected. You can either have a free pizza or 20% off your next order. So of course I'm going to get the free pizza. So this is currently the apology pizza for the apology pizza for the apology pizza for the apology pizza for the original pizza I ordered. And I don't foresee this ending anytime soon.
Now, the good thing is
3 free pizzas for the one order?
I think 4.
4.
Yeah. And the good news is with all that money she's saving on pizza, she can afford that foot amputation.
That's a diabetes joke,
Mike,
everybody.
that's all I got.
That's fantastic. That's right, a diabetes joke. Hi, this is Wolf from Brimley. You got diabetes? You gotta slow down on those free pies from Domino's.
What a hack, though. I mean, if that was the case, you're playing by the rules.
Calm down, breathe, and then figure out how to get it.
Yeah.
And it's their mistake, right?
Yeah. Wilfred Brimley would have been a good color guy at the Phillies game.
Wow. Unbelievable. Shut up, Wilfred. We got to get out of here. We'll be back tomorrow with a brand new episode. Tomorrow, I will get a tutorial on my new video enterprise.
Yes!
Which will get me 10 million viewers.
I have no doubt.
Mike, enjoy your last day of not being an influencer.
I'm going to tape my jowls and rock and roll.
Oh, like Pee-wee does. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. We got to get out of here. For Rob Spiewak and Oscar Santana, Michael Mara saying, so long, everybody.
Tape me up.
Ciao, ciao.
Want more? Make sure you check out the Michael Mara Bonus Show. Get it at michaelmarashow.com.
Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.
I would like to hear a Space Force Spirit on 3. 1, 2, 3. Space Force Spirit.